The other big thing are our Wallmarks. We've traditionally been known, I mean, oddly enough, we're sort of this paradoxical thing where everybody says we, do really great graphics technology, but we also seem like adverse to putting in eye candy of any type. I mean, Unreal comes out and they've got like, flares and stuff like that, and we won't necessarily be for it, but people think that, we're just kind of weird because we don't do it. And in the case of Wallmarks, which is basically shooting at a wall, this is the plasma gun, fades out. So when a big battle's been going on, it's like you get the scorch marks. We were basically guilt-tripped into doing this because of Half-Life. I mean, you have to understand, I mean, we are like so completely minimalist. I mean, actually, you probably understand that very well. But we're extreme minimalists when it comes to what we actually put into the game because we really like simplicity in design. So when Half-Life came out, all the level guys came in. They're like, hey, check this out. So are they better than you? And you're like, okay, fine. So we go ahead and do scorch marks. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, this is so, like, whack. Hold on, let's see. It's like, okay, gee, I wonder why we had to do this. So, it's like, yay, guilt-tripped into doing light flares, which actually are not working 100% correct right now. All right, so the scorch marks are basically, done how you would expect them to be done. We go through, we have an impact, we're going to draw a scorch mark, we clip the scorch mark to the actual face that it's on so you don't get scorch marks that, like hanging off the sides of walls or anything like that. We use GL polygon offset to deal with Z-fining issues because obviously if we draw it right on top, I mean, it's just going to sit there and zipper and you're going to have horrible Z-fining issues. So we use polygon offset to try and like just push it off just a little bit, enough so it gets drawn in front. Now the scorch marks are actually controlled by the client game. It's not controlled by the server. This is less of a rendering thing but more of an architectural thing. The reason for that is just because the sheer amount of network traffic to tell you, oh, there's a scorch mark that happens 6 rooms away from you would just be really, really exorbitant. So instead, the client game, which is the client-side aspect that communicates with the server, knows when like an impact occurs in the room and at what you're seeing. And it says, hey, cool, there's going to be a scorch mark there, and it sort of caches them and buffers them. The scorch marks do disappear over time. There is a fixed limit on how many there are. If you folks saw the demo running on the show floor, you'd notice that, in really intense scenes, you could actually see the scorch marks just start disappearing. That was just because they're expensive to have too many of them. And, some of the artifacts that you get as a result of that, since you don't know what's going on from the server, is that if there's like a huge battle going on in another room that you're not in, and you run over there and it's over, you won't see anything. There won't be scorch marks or anything like that. All you'll ever see is like scorch marks from where you killed someone or you were killed. And I mean, this applies to not only just scorch marks, but any type of wall mark that we want. Blood is going to be leaving trails and things like that.